Welcome to the Broken Pencil Booking Company Pro Wrestling Podcast, infused with hip hop. I am Wood.
Made daily with organic, farm to table, localized, neuralized, sterilized, Scotch guarded for 2020 repellent, available online, not available on Sundays, Broken Pencil Logic. You stay classy, internet. I'm Suave Burgundy.
What you switching that promo like a Bray Wyatt tag.
Hey man, that's called post production in the moment. We cooking. Look, people ought to be very thankful, I guess, that they don't give me the option for transitions in here. Because I would really be cooking some shit if just so happens I had full access to a kitchen full of ingredients.
Don't give them any ideas. They've already tried to mess up what was seemingly perfect, and they keep faltering perfection. I just whatever. Happy MLK Day. Today's date, Monday, January 19th. Year of our Lord.
Yeah, of our Lord.
I said, year of our Lord.
Yeah, of our Lord.
For a nominal fee.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Yeah.
2026.
Okay. Mafia.
I'm about to say, you better not miss that one.
Come on, bro. I was just letting it load. That's all it was. Pause. I was just letting it
Yo.
load. Hey, yo.
Oh, man. Tings of Guan.
Indeed.
tinyurl.com/BPBC merch. We'll talk a little bit more about that in the show. But that's where you can go get that's our official merch site. You can go get the BPBC t-shirts. Lots of gang green on there. As a certain athletic brand has a lot of colors right now available with this very same green. So you want to get your footwear right with the t-shirts? Go here, get your t-shirts first. Use what's left. Go get you at least one pair, nigga, because you need to buy all them shirts off the site.
You need something. I mean, come on, bro. What is we saying?
First person to show me 4 pieces of merch that you bought from the tinyurl tinyurl.com/BPBC merch off the BPBC merch website. You show me 4 pieces of merch that you bought. I'll buy the 5th one for you. You tell me which one you want.
Okay. I see you. I like that. Show us 4 pieces of merchandise you've purchased. The 5th one
on me.
On me. Specifically on me. This guy. Specifically on my co-host, on my sahab. Specifically.
I'm a stand-up guy. One of these days you're going to recognize and realize that.
Business will be stood on when we are involved.
And this is recorded, so you can take this to court.
I mean, but why would you do that? We ain't the extra litigation type. If we say it, we gonna do it.
This is very, very true.
Speaking of which, we got some stuff that we finna say to y'all in just a little bit that we gonna stand on too.
Get ready.
Besides the other stuff we finna talk about and stand on.
Right. SirOnVega.com, Sir Vega Pro Audio. Shouts out Henry, shouts out Gary. They just left CES 2026. This week we'll be at NAMM 2026 in Los Angeles. For your, you don't know NAMM. They got some new Bluetooth speakers. Guess Gary told me last week I was hoping to get him on for this episode. Unfortunately, his schedules just wouldn't line up, and that 3-hour time difference is crazy. But Sir Vega is back in the car audio game. Not that they ever left, but they're bringing back the 18-inch and 21-inch subwoofers for competition audio.
Oh, you don't say.
Also bringing back the competition amplifiers
to go with these heavy screen decks that they got, the double den joints.
Man, listen.
Oh, that's a whole situation.
Car audio, marine audio, motorcycle audio. I said marine audio too soon. Marine audio. Suave, where we at?
On a boat. Don't you ever forget that we on a boat.
We not only do I not need to forget that, I never need to say that first.
You close with being on a boat.
Let's see. So let me check out this home audio because I'm
shout out to them earbuds too. Don't forget.
Oh boy.
I need some of those just because.
Hey, so Suave, the studio monitors that they left us or they gifted us.
Yes, I'm looking at them right now.
I'm
looking at them and they're looking at me.
They actually have a cabinet similar to those as part of the home audio lineup.
You don't say.
Bruh.
So we talking about surround sound.
Yes, home theater. Teams Guan.
Hey, they got a sound bar?
I don't know about the sound bar yet, but
Gary, get on it.
Yeah, I need to go out there to Servo Vega and do a show and then get with the R&D division. I guarantee you, though, Suave, we go out there, we doing a show from the warehouse.
Man, the warehouse show would be epic. Yeah, we need to go through there and just have a run of show.
You cannot have hip hop without audio. Period.
I mean,
period.
It is the spirit of the brand, which is hip hop. Audio is what this thing is built on. We built this city.
So while we standing on the BPBC tiny URL, yada yada yada, servonvega.com. If you put BPBC into your promotion code for the coupon code for the Servo Vega website, 10% off your purchase. Straight like that.
Because we give back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Vida Hermosa Cigars, VitaHermosaCigars.com. It is a beautiful life. Tap in. We at Abby's in Knightdale, North Carolina. We are going to be in a few more places here real soon in North Carolina. We are also in Smoke and Sip in Ferguson, Missouri, outside of St. Louis. Also at Ash in downtown St. Louis. So, yeah. Vida Hermosa Cigars is a beautiful life.
Indeed it is. I'm ready to start designing merch for Vida Hermosa. I just want a shirt that says "You smoke?" ?
I got something better for you on deck. I got a special project for you on deck.
Say less.
And it's a one of one. This is, and I may, if it's good enough, I may have you create a second one. But the one of one has to go into the house. I'll leave it at that.
You smoke, bro? There's another inside joke that goes with that, but there's no dope rolled up in these Vida Hermosa cigars. So I can't say you moke dope. And there's a handful of people who know what I just said. They're laughing about it, but yeah, it doesn't apply here.
Yeah, that's not the kind of party we get down with at all.
You moke dope.
Hey, you moke dope.
You moke dope.
You moke dope.
All right.
Yeah. Where did we? Was there anything that we left off at? Because we got a couple things that we have to discuss.
I mean, the most important. You want to save that for the end? We should save that for the end of the.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, other than that, previously on the Broken Pencil Booking Company Pro Wrestling Podcast.
So some things happened. We found out some things literally after we got finished recording.
Right.
At the top of the list was the fact that one of our favorite subjects to talk about on this show, I call him Hacksaw, Powerhouse Will Hobbs became a free agent. Ice Train Jr. He became a free agent in AEW. And at AEW Dynamite on the 14th episode, the Wednesday, January 14th episode of Dynamite.
Okay.
He was challenged to defend his 6-man tag team belts on Collision against, we found out later for Collision, it was going to end up being Jet Speed and Hangnail Adam Page. And if your champion becomes a free agent and on a taped episode of a show that's coming up 3 days later, please believe the next words out of anybody's mouth post-match were going to be
facts. Medusa Michelli has shown everyone what you must do when contracts and championships clash.
You gotta do the right thing. You gotta do the right thing.
Nobody wants their championship thrown in the garbage.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead and speak. We live on here. What you want? Come on now, we got dead air. Come on. Yes. That could have waited.
You are tuned into the Broken Pencil, the Pro Wrestling Podcast infused with hip hop.
Yeah, there we go. It's how we clean house. New studio coming real soon. Real soon.
Good job, black man.
Yeah. We also found out in the midst of Will Hobbs not being re-signed.
I wouldn't say not being re-signed.
He opted out of re-signing.
He wanted to see what greener pastures looked like. There's been no official word as of now it's just all scuttlebutt and assumption. So unless there's been further development, he's in a state of flux. All we know is that AEW took the titles off of him, probably as a precautionary measure. There's been no announcement that he signed with WWE. There's been no announcement that he's re-signed with AEW.
But he did say his goodbyes backstage at Dynamite.
And well, then there's that contract pending
somewhere.
Now, contract pending somewhere. He gonna pull up somewhere for some money.
Now,
this is a direct result of TK and his booking not prioritizing Powerhouse Hobbs. The Book of Hobbs was a thing, and it was a thing you could have built on, similar to Rusev and his never ending beef with God.
Didn't you say print this money with Hobbs and Stokely?
Yes, I did. I've been said that. Or you could print this money with Hobbs in the Hurt Syndicate. Instead of doing what you did with MJF and that 2-week rendezvous, it was like a summer fling that happened with the Hurt Syndicate. You could have actually really in real time brought in Powerhouse Hobbs, who kind of positioned him as the young pup,
as if this version of Shelton Benjamin isn't on par with what we've seen for the last 20 years. As if this version of Bobby Lashley doesn't look exactly the same way as he did 20 years ago. And Will Hobbs would make them look small by comparison. No pun intended.
Right. You bring him in, you train him up under that situation, and if you just want to blow it up because that's all they ever do with these types of groups, is you end up with a main event level match between Hobbs and Lashley.
While this is happening, we also find out new signings with AEW. People who are mainstays already: Hechicero, Mascaro Dorada, and Persephone. All CMLL talents signed the AEW CMLL contracts, which makes them now all elite, which is great for them. It gives them guaranteed money. But now they don't have to worry about AEW doesn't have to worry about losing this talent to whomever for whatever reason, other than the fact that they did not have a home, so quote unquote.
So Kanos is back collecting Infinity Stones and strengthening his foothold in Mexico. Have no problem with that whatsoever. That's a pretty good idea on his part. I believe he never should have changed gears from collecting Infinity Stones of independent wrestling.
And not for nothing, these are great grabs.
Facts. Because, small side note, according to someone who, their information is pretty unreliable, but everyone seems to share it when it gets said, WWE is switching their potential targets for acquisitions to focus more on the indie wrestling scene as opposed to NIL, flipping college athletes into pro wrestlers, and they're focusing more on just acquiring certain body types from the independent scene that can also speak well or have live microphone capabilities, so to speak. Take that for what you will, believe it for what you will. I can see where it would make sense, but considering the source, I can also see where that's just garbage.
Do you think, and this name is top of mind because he's the only one that, in my humble opinion, that has burned the WWE NIL system, the former NCAA two-time national champion, Gable Steveson? Do you think this is a direct effect of him not panning out the way that they thought he would, considering his pedigree? or similar situations alongside his. I mean, I don't know how many more NIL situations have not panned out, but that one's two-time national champion, Olympian, that's a big like.
I blame a couple of things. Now, obviously, Gable was not without blame for his own situation. Whether
go ahead.
Whether he was slow to grasp what was going on, or for whatever reason it didn't pan out, he is not without blame. I also say, if someone of a different ilk had that same pedigree, they might have been fast-tracked into a situation to where we can milk the fact that this person is not only famous in the Olympic realm and in the freestyle wrestling realm, but also has current real-time notoriety. Unfortunately, part of that real-time notoriety he ended up having was for the wrong reasons. So I can see why, as a corporation, you wouldn't get behind that.
Yes.
Because there's backlash, there's built-in backlash with whatever he does. Do me a favor while we're discussing this, pull up WWE's NIL roster over the last however, because I feel like the biggest win so far of NIL in this this particular version would be Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is a product of the NIL system. So of course he has the pedigree, literally, and not because he's eating dog food, but because he's a Steiner. He's a Rex Steiner. He's built for this, but he's also an acquisition of the NIL program.
Let me run them down for you real quick so far. So right. Currently, this is on that WWE NIL website.
Okay.
University of Miami, class of 24, Jeremy Cody, 6'7", 220 from Pueblo, Colorado.
Before you do that, do they have an alumni section, like people who've already basically gone through the process and are now either in NXT or on WWE television? That's more so what I'm looking for.
This list is long as hell. Good Lord.
Which tells you already,
Jesus.
If the only reason they're abandoning it is because they got them all.
So they do have them on here. They have everybody they've ever signed to NIL deals. Okay. So let's go back.
Pick out the ones you recognize.
Well, there's some that I recognize that have new names, and I can't tell you some of them I can't tell you what their new names are. Let's see. There's let me see here. Well, Isaac Odugbison, you know who that is.
Who?
Isaac Odugbison. Obafemi.
Same. Okay, boom. 2. If you got 2 generational talents or 2 future WrestleMania main eventers out of the NIL program, it's a success. So at no point would you be abandoning that. You got 2 guys who could talk, who have the right body type, who are already coming in from high aggression contact sports. They're built for this, to the point that Braun Breaker actually needs to be scaled back some with some of the stuff he does.
Now, mind you, you keep saying Braun Breaker. I haven't seen his name yet. That I just went through the first class. 1, 4, 8, 12, 6, 15 in the class 1. Right? And that included Gable Steveson and Obafemi.
Okay.
Fast forward, class 2. I don't recognize any of these names or any of these people by face. That doesn't mean that they're not still around or somewhere.
Okay. And then here's the thing for me why I keep saying Braun Breaker is because he did not wrestle at all before WWE. He was a football player who was on the verge of potentially going pro. Something didn't pan out, and now he is in the position he is in now, probably far more well compensated than he would have been playing fullback in the NFL.
I truthfully think that he went straight to NXT without having an NIL deal.
That's also possible too. Like it's possible. I mean, nepotism's a real thing, and not saying that he wouldn't have been deserving. See, here's the thing about nepotism that some people they try to manipulate.
Here's the thing.
Nepotism doesn't always mean that you're not cut out for the job. It just means you have an inside road. You have an inside track to whoever needs to be spoken to.
Someone can have a conversation on your behalf simply off the fact that they more than likely worked for that organization at one point in time or another and have a good standing relationship and or are Hall of Famer.
And honestly, I've never heard nepotism be an issue until certain people started being able to use
it. I tell you, the most egregious one was Von Wagner.
Yo, where is he?
I believe he's in TNA under a different name.
I mean, and that may be a situation he just needed to get some seasoning. Like you go through the process, you learn how to, work air quotes the right way, and then you go off and you go learn. Like
actually, he was I think he was in Ring of Honor under his government name, Cal Bloom.
See what I'm saying? Like, look, the territories don't exist anymore. But once upon a time, the territories are where you went and honed your craft. It's no different than a rapper working the Chitlin circuit before you get to the arena stage, before you go to the stadium tours. It's no different than when comedians would go work the comedy clubs and in each and every city, refining an act before you get the 1 hour special on HBO, which now is the 1 hour special on Netflix, or the 1 hour special that you fund with your own money and then push out.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of it. But because WWE literally bought the territories out of existence, that hasn't been as much of a thing. So wrestlers need a place to go work so that they can hone their craft, become who they need to be, get comfortable in their own skin working in front of people, and everything not be so sanitized and homogenized. Because once you get to WWE, make no mistake, you are in a corporate environment, and there has been countless examples that reinforce that point.
Now, there's another person that seems to have that same trajectory that Gable Steveson had that's actually not listed as an NIL competitor, and that is the wrestler now known as Tyra May Steele. Gold medalist wrestler.
What might she steal? What might she steal? You said Tyra May Steele. I said, what might she steal?
Talk to the people who named that in NXT. I'm looking at you, HBK. I'm looking at you, Road Dogg.
Oh, dude. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is terrible. That's bad as like ACH wasn't lying.
Tamara Mensah-Stock is her government name. That's the Olympian we all know.
Tyra May Steele.
That's you went dark with that one. Now we as we jump up though, I'm looking at the class 4, which is the current class.
I'm embarrassed.
These names I only recognize because I watch LFG. Serena Linton, Bailey Humphrey. I think that's it. Yeah, those are the only names I recognize off of this NIL list because they were on LFG. But nobody else that you name, including Braun Breaker, it was listed as an NIL competitor. Now, 4 classes, 15 per class, that's 60. 60 NIL stars at one point. That doesn't mean that they're still currently signed, but that's listed. That's who's listed on the NIL roster right now for WWE. Backing up though, going back into, because that was the whole idea, as far as like, why people move, where they're going to, what the options are, yada yada yada. There was also another signing through all of this in AEW with Hechicero, Mascara Dorada, Persephone. Now, right. Before we go into this signing, there was a match that was set for this, because this is all over the place, but I'm going by date because it's for importance.
Nah, you good?
TNA had their debut episode of Impact on AMC.
Congratulations.
Curtis Caldwell Center deserved. They deserve a good run for wrestling if they're going to continue to put wrestling in there. TNA seems to be a good, viable competitor because they have a product that would fit that build. However, the production that went into Curtis Caldwell for Impact should have been the production that they put into, or they should use the production that they put into Genesis on Saturday in the same arena, but they didn't. I digress. There was a match that was. Go ahead.
I would say hopefully that's something they rectified in the coming days before the next episode.
In the age of the internet, this is one time I for sure would have been glued to the internet to see what the feedback was, because what you saw live and what we saw on TV are two different visions.
That's also one of those things, like, I don't know if the internet wrestling community looks at that the way we do. That's kind of far.
I wish you would have got a chance just to take a look at the first 5 minutes for you to see what I'm talking about. It was egregious. It was bad.
I saw most of it on my phone, and I was telling you,
your phone gave it a better layout because it's smaller, it's more vivid than the pixels you would see stretched out across 65 inches of screen.
And for people who don't understand what we're talking about or what we're saying, just the quality of the actual picture.
You can go back to watching. You can go back to any episode of Impact on Discovery, Destination America, or the latter days of TNA on Spike when they went to HD. Compare that to what you would see on Access, and then compare that to what you see on AMC. Even Pop TV, for that matter, when they had a little stint on Pop TV, they've got to fix it. If for them to be run by a media company that owns a network and switch networks and have it looking worse than it did on the network that was owned, which was already bad, you got to fix it. I digress. There was a match that was supposed to happen on this show. It was supposed to have been Leon Slater and what's my man's name? Myron Reed.
Okay.
Leon was apparently tapped on the shoulder by WWE to come help out in the UK for this UK tour. Makes sense.
Leon made a business decision, and I agree with your decision, my boy.
Yep. And as it turns out, according to Santino on the broadcast, he had visa issues coming back across the pond from working with WWE. That very well still could be the case. Don't know. Wish him the best. But that's not the reason why the match didn't happen. It may be part of it, but there's two pieces of this equation. After Monday Night Raw, and I don't know the exact date, but it's probably happened on Tuesday. Zachary Wentz, Desmond Xavier, Trey Miguel, and Myron Reed, collectively as the Rascalz, were signed to AEW. The Rascalz on Dynamite were announced on AEW with graphic. No picture, just graphic. On Collision on Saturday, which was also taped on Wednesday, a vignette was done backstage with Zachary Wentz, Desmond Xavier. For those of you not in the know for AEW or for TNA, Desmond Xavier is the former Wes Lee of NXT.
Good job there.
And Myron Reed. Myron Reed was part of a faction in MLW with Jordan Oliver, which, sidebar, Jordan Oliver and I'm trying to think of the other guy's name, Andrew Kelly, were both announced as being signed to AEW by MJF at an independent show over the weekend as well. Okay. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wrestlers signed in 1 week to AEW.
Who all mashed together are the same size as Powerhouse Hobbs.
Stop it. But you're not wrong.
It's a 9-for-1 trade-off. Yeah.
But on this vignette, it was only just those three. Myron Reed, Desmond Xavier, Zachary Wentz. Clearly missing from the smoke-filled locker room was Trey Miguel.
Trey Miggy.
And we find out that Trey Miguel was released from his AEW contract after he signed his AEW contract. He has also taken a break from professional wrestling and seemingly taken a break from social media.
Is that the fastest release in AEW in wrestling history?
Wrestling history, I have to go back to take a look at a couple of different things.
Right.
It's got to be top 5 if it ain't top 2.
Bruh. Okay.
But they have it listed as 4 days.
Peek behind the curtain. I was not aware of any of this until my co-host and Sahab put me in the know in a phone conversation. And he quizzed me a little bit because my Sahab loves it's something that he does on the show all the time. But usually when it's a very when the outcome is fruitful, he'll play this game with me, even though sometimes I hate it. He'll ask me leading questions to figure out what happened.
This wasn't that at all.
So it was like, why do you think he got released? Now, I do know there's some petty stuff, but I'm like, that wouldn't be enough for a release. So I say, okay, he said something on social media he wasn't supposed to, because that's the main reason anybody loses their job.
Great guess. We'll add that.
So then he was like, continue. It's like, shit. So I'm like, he said something. He said something about a member of the Alphabet Gang. He was like, no, that wasn't it. It's like, he picked sides in some sort of political debate. That wasn't it.
Más o menos. I'm not going to ding you. I'm not going to buzz you on that one. Más o menos.
6, 7. And then it was, what was the other one? I guessed it was something else. It was assaulting with someone in the Alphabet Gang. It was political, and it was another one.
He said something. I think he said something about someone he shouldn't have, and to which I replied, "Who?"
To which I was like, at this point, like I feel like I've covered everybody potentially. And apparently, and this is where I will let my Sahab take over and explain what I was told was the reason.
There's so much pre-roll that we have. We keep telling you there are hundreds of hours of pre-roll that we have.
My God.
Not the kind of pre-roll comes in the tube and it's usually, stamped together with some type of, food grade substance. No, not that kind of pre-roll. We're not talking about that.
Equally as dope, though. You smoke dope?
Equally.
Yeah, you smoke dope.
There's a certain group of people that no matter what, not even do we talk about them in an environment where it could be taken as inflammatory or disrespectful or let alone offensive.
Yeah, because I hadn't seen anybody jump in that water since maybe Kyrie and Jaylen Brown.
And that wasn't even really. They didn't really jump into that water.
They got caught in that riptide.
They got caught in the riptide, holding on to floaters that happened to be in the water, but those floaters didn't belong to them. This ain't that either.
You happened to be on the tracks when the train was coming through.
This man went on a full-on keyboard assault with someone that he shouldn't have. And even in the sake of defending yourself or trying to clap back as it may be, there are certain things you don't say.
Right.
For me, for us, individually, for this podcast collectively, for us as a group, for us as a record label, for us as a crew.
And a motherfucking crew.
For us not to repeat what was said that is visible across Al Gore's internet right now.
Lou Rawls' internet, but go ahead.
That should tell you the degree of what should not have been said.
To which my response was, he went anti-Semitic? Which was a shocker. I'm like, okay, look, let's keep it G. First of all, Dave Chappelle taught y'all that social media is not a real place. And the reason why it's not a real place is if you ever decide to close the app and delete it, that place doesn't exist anymore. That means it's not a real place. He was talking about Twitter when he said that in a stand-up, but it applies to every other platform. So, for you, as an individual who earns your living in the public domain, going to an imaginary space, hurling real life superlatives, epithets, isms, doing any of that is among the dumbest shit you can do, period. Because the first time you go too far, which is literally anytime you win the argument, chances are you went too far, because you can't fight the internet. The internet doesn't quit. So if at any point you win the argument, chances are somewhere in there you went too far. And as a person who earns their living within the public domain, where you have to be either likable or neutral, going that far will hinder your bag. You have just hindered guaranteed money. There will never, I feel confident in saying this, there will never be a more advantageous situation for the Rascalz in the rest of their professional wrestling career.
Let me add this too. There was another post that he responded to somebody where he did come after the alphabet community in a very disparaging fashion. And one person,
so you're just a habitual line stepper
with no lemon pepper,
no unseasoned.
For
you know who didn't do nothing like that?
Us.
Besides that,
Jey Uso,
Powerhouse Hobbs. He ain't do nothing like that. Jey Uso ain't did nothing like that either. But they hating on it, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Jay Briscoe did something similar
and apologized
and learned from it.
Right. Unfortunately, you know.
And this is something that happened in the past, apparently. Not something that was happening recently. Something happened like in the past, similar to the Jay Briscoe situation. But
so the Trey Miguel thing, this was old. This wasn't a new thing.
No, it was dug up. Somebody went channel surfing and found exactly what they were looking for. There was also an issue with a fellow Rascal, Zachary Wentz, if we remember, when he was in WWE as part of Team MSK.
Factual.
Where he was alleged to have put hands on his then girlfriend, fiance, wife, significant other, who was also a professional wrestler, while she was wasted, no less, allegedly.
To which my response in this was like, you could put real hands on someone, still get employed, but you beat somebody up with a phrase you typed and push send on, and now you're out of a job. And I'm like, to me, I was like, bruh, that's not a world I even consider that I'm living in. But I am occupying a space that says words spouted on an imaginary platform supersede laying hands on a person in real life, supposedly, allegedly causing real, irreparable physical and emotional damage.
On my own personal social media pages, one thing I do not do is use profanity. I will respond in other people's social medias while using profanity because I speak with such.
Right.
But I don't want the wrong, because I never know who the wrong set of eyes are, but I do know that the people that are on this part of my life aren't in this part of my life. And if I say something, it's not going to be derogatory, but it's just going to be like impact statements.
Right.
if I use profanity in some of these replies, the people who see this reply are the same group of people who I'm talking to when I speak on my post on my personal page.
I get it. When you post, and I adopt a similar philosophy. When I speak from my own social platforms, I am speaking as the brand, so I will conduct myself as such. Even if I'm making a joke and use what would be considered profanity, I'm going to self-censor by either typing redacted or leaving a letter out, something to that effect.
You even do that via text message, so and that's no shade at all. Like, it's actually admirable because the point is made.
Yeah, it has to become learned behavior, so that you don't slip up and put yourself in a situation you can't come back from if you're going to occupy real estate in this imaginary space.
That said, 99.9% of the things that I post, whether it be a reply or whether it be my thoughts to page, you have direct access to. If there was ever anything that I've said that needs to be checked, fact checked, removed, redacted,
right,
I have you as a filter, along with numerous other people, starting with my wife at the top of the list. But she's going to ride in the car, so I kind of I expect a little bit less out of her.
I have that same problem in my house.
Yeah, I expect a little bit less out of her from a defense standpoint, as far as helping me out, more so than her taking my side. That's not a character flaw. That is a trait. You want that in your life. That said, this is 2 out of 3. Myron Reed happened to fall into this group. 67% of this group has done some out-cold shit.
Bruh.
2022 is when Zach Wentz got fired, right?
Something like that.
Did Trey Miguel just be like, man, that sucks to be you. Man, I support my dog. And forgot about what happened in 2019 and 2020?
I don't know what anybody's really thinking. I just, again, if you're going to live in this imaginary, if you're going to live in Adventureland, you're going to live your life in Adventureland, you have to realize that, check today's episode title, everything is under construction. So it's nothing for someone to come tear down what you've built to figure out what materials you use to get there.
It seems to me the best thing that's ever happened to the Rascalz from a character standpoint was Wesley's heel turn in NXT.
So, I mean, on the cool, at this point, I actually think the best option for the Rascalz would be to lean into the fact that they are culturally inappropriate.
They do, and have to a degree. When Lexi Nair went backstage at Collision, she opened up the locker room door, smoke came out, and they came out doing their little Rascal thing.
I mean, not the old school Rob Van Dam shit from '98.
That's exactly what it is.
Not that. I'm talking about full scale.
You can't be 90 stoners in 2025. That just don't work. Everybody smoke weed.
That cool. I'm cool with it. That's everybody will allow that, because again, yes, like you say, it's a lot more widely accepted and adopted. I mean, the whole thing about no, never mind.
Finn Balor came out recently on a podcast and says he smokes weed while he's training. I mean, that's how open accepted it was. Meanwhile, Randy Orton had 2 strikes for it.
So, and I explained this earlier to my wife, where he got to a point, was like, okay, how much is the fine for the year? Go ahead and take that now. let me just drop this stack on the table. That's gonna take care of the year for me, huh? All right, cool. While I'm rolling up. Look, I'm twisting the end on the Raw.
Hey, you see me?
On the Raw, I'm twisting the end of the pre-roll as I'm giving you this money.
Yeah.
I was about to pitch and say that the Rascalz should be basically counterculture and just say all the stuff you're not supposed to say. But then I thought about it and I was like, nah.
That's what got Jim Cornette clipped from TV back during the pandemic. Literally.
I'm talking about going further. I'm talking about going all the way in there. Pause. Somebody at some point should be able to benefit from being the Dennis Leary type individual. Like the guy who will say whatever. Like live wire.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? The closest thing we have to that right now is Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
That part. Except
okay. Wait, listen. Right. What am I? I'm listening. Put that seatbelt on.
Max will say anything, so he is the closest one. It's just,
but he's also the untouchable.
I wasn't as impressed with the material he used on Swerve talking about Diddy. As it seemed like everybody else was saying. Like everybody else was just wild and floored with the fact that you got a Diddy reference on AEW, and I was like, that to me, as a wordsmith and somebody who really works with that pen and crafts really clever stuff, whether it be in the music realm or otherwise, I felt like it was low-hanging fruit.
I would be more impressed if he was from Hawaii saying that than being from Long Island saying that.
It was like the peanut gallery started clapping like baby seals, and I'm like, he didn't say Yeah, that's exactly like the internet turned into baby seals for me at that point.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
It's low-hanging fruit, and it's only low-hanging fruit because Swerve is black.
Man.
Otherwise, the Diddy reference has no connection to the person, which to me made it low-hanging fruit. And I was like, man, this ain't even impressive. And from someone who I have been impressed by before, and I'm certain will be impressed by again. He's very skilled when it comes to putting together stuff like that. I felt like in that moment, it was like, par for the course. Like, prisoner of the moment. Don't tell me it's the greatest thing ever, and then 3 weeks later you can't remember exactly what he said. Because right now I can't quote that exact line.
You just described music for the last 25 years. People could put out an album, it will last you 2 years, come back with another one, you still remember every word from the previous album. Now 3-4 months, you got a new one, and you got one hot joint.
Say, man, you got 2 weeks for me to stream this before I move on to the next.
Meanwhile, here I am still introducing my wife to February 31st. What up, Don Tripp?
Say, man. Trey 118. Yeah.
Man.
Long live Pip.
What is Saturday Night's Main Event? Oh, yeah, Saturday Night's Main Event's coming up before Royal Rumble.
And we said all that to say Powerhouse Hobbs ain't got a home yet.
Once again, you have the option to put him on live television the same week he's appearing on recorded television, and you don't do it. Meanwhile, the opposition, the home that he left, brings a faction on TV where one of those was supposed to be with another competitor in a match that now has gotten pulled after being advertised because he signed with you.
That's crazy.
But it fell on deaf ears. It's a tree in the forest that fell and no one was around to hear it because it happened on Collision. God bless.
And now I'm actually starting to side with you more about where Powerhouse Hobbs is going to end up, because I thought it was going to be a thing where they were going to send him through NXT just to make sure he was ready, or that he knew the WWE style of work and that, you know, his work was safe enough to put on television. But then I heard the former Baron Corbin, Tom Peastock, speak about this and said, basically echoed what you did. He was like, if you send him to NXT, he's just Obafemi 2.0. It's not it's no real impact. And like, I think he's ready for television right now, which now begs the question, do we see him at the Royal Rumble?
Which, okay, you said Obafemi 2.0, cool. At the end of the episode of NXT where they announced what they're going to do with the NXT title, that Oba has relinquished it and decided to jump ship and go to the main roster, We have.
He's going. He's coming to Raw.
Yeah, he's definitely coming to Raw. They're showing vignettes and everything.
Good deal.
We have a new competitor who's coming up in NXT's ranks, who has
new challenger has entered.
Who has a very similar look to Oba. And God forbid I forget his name because he deserves it. But the fact
Malachi.
Yes, Malachi what?
I don't know the last part. I do remember hearing Malachi though, and I don't watch NXT, so I had to see it on in the imaginary space.
I'm gonna tell you. Hold on 1 second here. It's not Malachi. Hold on.
It's not.
Because that's actually what's the name's real name. Javon Evans' real name. Speaking of, get well soon, Javon Evans. Good Lord.
Yeesh.
He took an injury during a commercial break of a live Monday Night Raw. I can't think of what his name is. It escapes me, and I hate that it does. However, he has a very similar look and attitude of Obafemi. To bring him up and then put Will Hobbs in NXT, and that's it. That's the top of your card, along with the new or was it the boss of NXT, that Italian stallion guy? Shameful, right?
New age Brooklyn Brawler.
That new age Tony Mama Luke. Yeah.
I'll have fun with that.
Yeah, it's just now you give nobody no chance. There is nobody in NXT besides those two individuals whose names I cannot remember. That should tell you something. That could compare to Will Hobbs, especially with Will Hobbs' experience. That goes for Ricky Saints. That goes for Sean Spears. Anybody that has gone through and wrestled alongside and or with Will Hobbs over the last 5 years.
I feel like Ricky Saints absolutely has a main roster future. I just think he's getting polished. I think Sean Spears is probably a career NXT guy unless he's part of somebody's group.
Tony D'Angelo is the Italian guy I was talking about. Go ahead.
Right. Brooklyn Brawler, 26. The gimmick probably works because that's an opportunity to bring up a group of people. And it's rehash of the end of WCW, correct? With like you say, Tony Mama Luke. No. End of WCW was with Johnny the Bull and
Big Vito.
Yes. There you go. Bell, hit the bell for yourself. Jasper was a de facto member. Like it's that type of stuff.
Jasper Troy's gonna give him a run for his money, but he's still new. Like when I say new, like he's a rookie.
Which that's what NXT is
exactly.
At its core.
Exactly.
And that's what you know what I'm saying. Like once upon a time, it was the playground for indie superstars before they ended up on the main roster. Like at one point, the original Black and Gold NXT was a mixture of independent veterans who had finally gotten brought into the system of WWE, mixed with the people that they were training that happened to hit. So like your Velveteen Dreams, your give me another one.
Sami Zayn.
But Sami Zayn had been all over the
world. You talking about so like fresh upstarts.
Yeah, because like your Kevin Owens, your Sami Zayn, your Adam Coles, those people have been there and done that. And then there's the other side of we've never seen these people before, but it seems like they're going to be good. Well, I need more names we think they're going to be good, because Patrick Clark is absolutely from the very beginning a WWE creation. Yeah, the
only other one I could think of off the top of my head would have been like Roman Reigns from FCW.
And that's a completely different class. I'm thinking about like prime Black and Gold.
Oh, NXT. like 2014, 2015.
Yeah, people that they were building in the midst of bringing in.
Bruh, I think Dream was pretty much it because other than the women had a strong hold on that more so than the men did because all the men that were making noise had history elsewhere.
Okay.
If you really think about it, like Seth Rollins had history elsewhere. Bo Dallas didn't.
Okay, so there's another homegrown.
Let's see here.
And even Bo Dallas is pre, the era of black and gold NXT that I'm talking about. Because there's championship belt swinging Seth Rollins who was there like when Dusty Rhodes was still there and on camera. I'm talking about the can't miss takeovers. The Bayley, Sasha Banks level.
Big E, but he was also FCW. Neville didn't have a big name overseas, but he was on the come up, so he was a good one.
Pat, but I remember Pat getting busy in Japan.
Right. There you go. And see, but even still, like if you're going down the list of champions, the list of champions is a who's who of independents. Like let's go from the beginning.
Okay.
Seth, Big E, Bo Dallas, Neville, Pac, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Shinsuke, Bobby Roode, Drew McIntyre, Andrade, Aleister Black, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, Keith Lee, Karrion Kross. Not one of these had history only in NXT. Not a one.
Not one was a homegrown situation. So your homegrown situations:
Carmelo, Ilya, Trick Williams, and Obafemi. There's your trivia question right there. How many NXT champions started their careers in NXT? There are 2. Obafemi and Trick Williams. That's crazy. Out of 35 listed champions, 35 listed title reigns, only 2 champions in NXT have nothing but NXT history to date.
Shouldn't Breaker be on that list too?
Yeah, I guess you got a point. Yeah, I don't know why his name wasn't listed on here. Yeah, Breaker's on the list. Yeah, so 3. Yeah,
Breaker should be on that list. Carmelo was wrestling before NXT.
He had a different name. Yes, it was Trey something.
Okay, all right.
Because they changed his name in NXT on TV after he debuted.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, cool. So, and the last couple that you mentioned, like those are the Skittles era, and that's when I opted out.
Skittle.
Like I opted out once. Oh, Damian Priest.
No, Punishment Martinez.
No, I know Damian Priest wasn't a homegrown. I'm just saying, like, I opted out somewhere around.
Oh, got you. Yeah, so pandemic time.
Pandemic is kind of what ended NXT for me a little bit, and it wasn't because of the content. It was just once we got to a point where it became the Skittle, I'm out.
Yeah,
it wasn't what I was tuning into NXT for. I didn't need more WWE sanitized content just with younger people. I didn't need a developmental version of what I was watching on Monday and Friday.
Because Dijak, Keith Lee, and Punishment and Karrion Kross, those 4, they turned a major corner in NXT, and those contributions should not be forgotten at all. Let's see, Christian Casanova was one name, and then what was another name? He had a couple different names on there.
That sounds like a profile name on Christian Mingle.
Boy. a non-secular pro wrestling game.
Chris Casanova.
Anyway.
Passion of the Chris.
Do we have a card for Saturday night's main event yet?
Come commune with a player.
Player,
you got with a player. You have this fatal 4-way with Trick Williams, Randy Orton, Sami Zayn, and who is the fourth competitor? Damian Priest.
Fatal 4-way for the undisputed WWE title #1 contendership.
And because of where the Royal Rumble is taking place, there's been discussion of a certain individual having a very high-profile match on that card. which should let you know at Saturday night's main event who ain't gonna win. Anybody not named Sami Zayn.
However, he doesn't have the best track record at home.
I mean,
for major matches.
I think this is the time that the hometown guy wins. Like, Old Man River is not in charge anymore, so the whole you lose at home thing isn't as prevalent as it used to be.
So, do you make him defend? Do you make him wrestle for the title at Elimination Chamber in Chicago, or do you wait to see him lose at Mania? I'm sorry, wait to see him lose at the Royal Rumble, and then use that as a fallback for Mania.
Pretty much. The way I see it right now, he'll lose at the Royal Rumble. With the way Triple H has been booking, I can very much understand how we end up with Drew versus Sammy at Mania, because he's been finishing everybody's story except the story we care about.
And truth be told, after seeing him on SmackDown, I would love to see him turn heel and not go back into one of those run-of-the-mill conspiracy theory type heels. And I damn sure don't want to see him back with the bloodline. Although, go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like they're getting ready to manufacture a Kofi Kingston type build to a WrestleMania win. Because right now the card is wide open.
That makes more sense next year than it does this year. And you know why I say that.
Of course. But with you saying that, what are we gonna do with him over the next year to get him to that point?
I mean, you took him off TV for 6 months. That's a great start.
We can't just be giving people 6-month vacations because we ain't got nothing for them. Like, you ain't got
tell me where Randy Orton's been before the 2 weeks ago.
Smoking, chilling. He's earned that.
True. Sami Zayn hasn't?
Not saying he hasn't earned time off or time to go kick it. What I'm saying is, if we're going to build this guy as a world heavyweight champion, we're going to invest resources, time, and money into making him a viable challenger. Why are we not having enough creative that sustains him for a year? Because if you can't make creative to sustain him for a year when you're trying to make him champion, you damn sure can't create a year worth of creative to sustain him when he becomes champion. My point is, what are the people with the pins doing?
And you're about to answer your question with this next match. Cody versus Jacob. Great. We get to get back, but we still don't know who knocked out Fatu's teeth.
I mean, if we're going by the logic of what happened when Jacob came back, it's Drew. He's beating up Drew because Drew is who jumped him. Then Cody tried to pull Jacob away, which got your ass whooped. Don't jump into a fight you ain't trying to get
it twisted. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's how I end up losing the title. Now Cody's looking to give out a receipt. I understand the story.
I really hope Cody gets his ass dog walked.
What I would hope in real life, what I would hope that eventually happens is they reveal that Cody's the one who did it.
That part. Because
Cody didn't want to deal with another member of the bloodline.
Io Sky, Rhea Ripley taking on Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. Something tells me Judgment Day's about to implode.
I've given up on that. They ain't gonna implode.
And it's so funny hearing Rhea Ripley talk about Judgment Day like she wasn't part of the OG.
Hey man, look. At this point, Judgment Day is what it is. Like, cause they've been imploding for the last year.
Finn shaking hands with Punk, and then we got Dom, who hasn't changed anything, but now people love him as much as they hate him, and he's out completely off the radar, healing up, and we have no Intercontinental title on Raw.
I mean, look, Punk has been the only world champion of the last 3 who was defending the title on Netflix. They wouldn't give Jay any challenges. Jay had like one match with Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins has carte blanche. So that was a really good situation. That was his first title defense. That was right after he won. As far as it goes after that, he didn't get any real title defenses on Netflix, so you didn't build any momentum with him as champion. And then 51 days later, you pulled the plug for a reason you didn't need to.
There's that.
And what made you realize come SummerSlam, CM Punk was always the main character.
Not a lie.
And then people kept getting either fake or real hurt, and it changed up the booking. And because Seth got real hurt after he was fake hurt, you pushed the fast forward button on some stuff that probably wasn't supposed to happen until after WrestleMania. And now you've kind of wasted a couple matches that were probably meant for later in this year of 26. So what I mean, I say all that to say the road to WrestleMania is not exactly as paved as you would like it to be. Chances are it, like the stadium in Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania, is under construction.
Fam, have you seen the latest pictures of this, like as of today?
No, I have not. Would you like to share those with me, sir?
If we had recorded last week, you and I would have been on the same frame of mind, saying, "How in the hell can you do this?" And would you be want to be the test subject for the very first event with a moderate overseas soccer crowd in an outdoor arena?
So my frame of mind on this, since I saw the first photos, was there is a documentary on Netflix about FIFA and how some of these stadiums are literally built up out of the blue for the sake of World Cup. Lives are lost in the building of this,
as was in Jerry World, for sure,
but to a completely different level. I mean, like loss of life with no mention.
Yeah.
And around the clock building, and really no safety precautions or protocol that says this is going to be a 100% safe situation. To which, when I spoke with my wife about this, I said, the worst possible thing that can happen here is you get the Royal Rumble on ESPN Plus, streaming to millions and billions of viewers, and get a World Cup level catastrophe when it comes to the stadium itself.
Which not even a week ago was my fear. Literally the embodiment of the episode's title, the embodiment of our lower thirds, without even consulting each other first. That said, I want you to describe what I just sent you on your phone.
All right, I'm opening, I'm looking. Hopefully this is not AI. Stage construction. I mean, they have made quite a bit of progress. But again, the Royal Rumble is on the 30th?
It's a week from this coming Saturday.
So okay, let me look at the calendar. This is Saturday.
From what I saw, this is not the one I wanted to show you.
31st. I was perfect. It's 31st.
From the picture I saw today, I'm gonna see if I can find it again. They are, if they continue at the rate that they have been, considering what we saw 5 days ago, they'll be done with at least 2 or 3 days to spare.
It'll be finished before SmackDown.
Bruh.
Like, okay.
What?
Kudos to whoever was able to orchestrate such a massive undertaking. But, and okay, so by comparison, you do know that I-30 was supposedly demolished kind of towards the downtown area to fix some things structurally, right?
I don't know about demolished. I know it was a like a 3-mile closure. I don't know about demolished.
No traffic going in either direction, starting at downtown this past weekend. So for those of you who don't know about I-30 in Dallas, Texas, and in the DFW area, it is one of the busiest freeways in our fair burg. It is
the oldest one by construction. Also known as the DFW Turnpike. There's no tolls on it anymore, other than the HOV lanes between Dallas and Arlington. However, it is the east-west bisector. It divides North Dallas from South Dallas as it drives east and west directly through the middle of downtown Dallas.
See, that's what I'm talking about. The geographical knowledge of a person who's been here and done that. So, what the date we were given was like a 3-day closure, which by itself is massive considering the amount of traffic that goes back and forth at that area. Now, I saw some drone shots of the work that was being done, and I'm like, there's no way possible that's 3 days. That looks like 3 months, bare minimum. Do you know how long it takes to get NFL stadiums erected in this country? As many new ones that go up?
3 years? 3 years?
Easy. And we're not even talking about the high school stadiums that get built. Those are kind of sort of in the same realm.
Take a look and scroll real quick at that one. That's like last couple days, if not today.
All right, boom. Stadium in near completion.
So naturally, the scaffolding on the outside, I'm sure, has to do with signage. But look, we'll scroll down. There's but 3 or 4 more underneath.
All right, that open. That's crazy. Scrolling.
If I had to bet money, the remaining pieces that need to go in there will probably be seats and electrical. And by electrical, I mean signage. That's it.
I mean, y'all gonna try it, and I hope it goes off without incident. Because no one wants to see that
ever.
Like, nobody wants to see a massive catastrophe when they're trying to watch wrestling. Like, no, you're tuned in to watch the Royal Rumble, which I have said many times is my favorite WWE pay-per-view entity.
It starts the holiday season for us. Like, for wrestling fans, the Royal Rumble is the equivalent of Thanksgiving.
Right. You can't ruin the Royal Rumble like you messed up Survivor Series. You stop doing elimination tag matches and ruin the spirit of Survivor Series. You can't mess up the Royal Rumble. By definition, you can't.
We had, was it 2 years ago? We had a very low number of surprise entrants. No, I don't think we had any non-contracted talent in the Royal Rumble, and we still were like, you know what, this wasn't too bad. This was actually all right. We enjoyed it.
The stories that are told throughout the course of the Royal Rumble, the countdown, everything about the Royal Rumble,
even the matches.
Right. My attention span is locked in because there's so much going on that stimulates and sparks the senses.
Can you imagine a Keith Lee, Brock Lesnar moment with Obafemi, Braun Breaker, Will Hobbs?
Say, man.
There's one more I want to see it in that. I mean, those are your big 3 right now.
I mean, and then Jacob's got to be repositioned as where he was beforehand, which is going to be future WrestleMania main eventer, big time attraction.
I almost think he's going to win it simply because it's in Vegas this year.
That would be a bold move to go with a Samoan 2 years in a row and a Samoan that is part of the bloodline 2 years in a row.
It would be probably 4, 5, 6 years in a row, but
But like, you know how people, we just talked about nepotism not that long ago. People love to whine and cry about nepotism in this particular instance. I don't want to see Jacob start to get the backlash of air quotes nepotism.
At this point, I can't say I hate it because he is part of who he is. I almost wish that he came with a Samoan name, like a one name, almost like a Umaga type name, or just call himself the werewolf without using the Fatu moniker. Because now you got those crybabies that's going to talk about the nepotism, like you're saying.
I mean, they know he's related, so it don't matter what his name is. They gonna cry, bitch, and moan to the moon.
But listen, we were shooting with him in the gym in Texas, bro. We know what it is.
That's all I'm saying. It don't matter what his name is. The people who are gonna be mad about this are gonna be mad. I just don't want that blowback to ruin what we know is possible. That's more so, what my concern is.
Yep.
I don't give a damn about, any of the other stuff. What's my low key? What's my quiet as kept saying that it's an inside joke, but it's real? Fuck these kids! I want to see a dunk contest. Like, I'm not worried about what anybody else is feeling or dealing with, or what they're gonna cry about, because quiet as kept. For the last 2 years, you've been getting exactly what you asked for, and it's been subpar at every level.
And
this is the plate.
And if we gave you, this is a 50 centism. If we killed off your favorite, the character that you wanted to see die off, at the moment that you wanted to see him die off, every show would be 1 episode long.
So I just,
if you give the people what they want, then what? What happens next?
You cried, bitched, and moaned. You got what you asked for. It was bland. So you complained about it, cried about some more shit you wanted, got it, and it was bland too. So this buffet line of unseasoned food that you're serving is your own fault. The chefs that were in the kitchen cooking in 22, 23, you fired them and hired some people who had lost their sense of taste. Now you got to live in the aftermath. The green beans got way too much salt, and the chicken. I'm
about to say someone got a round tub of Morton's on the sideline talking about we in here. No, that is not. That's boy. You know what I use Morton's for? Sidewalks and slugs. That's it.
Next episode title:
Sidewalks and slugs.
Man, I'm just saying, like, even with it, like, Drew is essentially finished his story. So basically, what we're doing is we're circling back and air quotes finishing everyone's story who had to bend the knee during Roman's reign.
Not for nothing, I'm actually glad Drew has a chance to pick a run with the crowd, because having 2 title reigns and no crowd is kind of bad, especially when you quote unquote believe in somebody.
It ain't my fault.
Did I do that?
It ain't my fault. Yes, happy for him in real life as a professional, absolutely. But as a storyline, man, get the fuck out of here and give me what I asked for.
Sidebar: Mike Santana is your new TNA champion once again.
Santana,
and he actually has a successful title defense. Unlike the last reign he held the belt for 35 days and had no successful defense. But he had a successful defense after 2 days. So shouts out to Mike Santana for that. Swab,
yo,
we got one more order of business here. We've been prolonging this too long, and we got to get up out of here. So let's go ahead and land this plane, bro.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to officially announce the commencement of the Broken Pencil Booking Company Pro Wrestling Podcast Big Belt Giveaway.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. These are the official contest rules. These are the things you will have to do to successfully enter into the contest. Goes as follows. Number 1, you must follow at Broken Pencil BC on all social media platforms. That is Instagram, that is Facebook, that is TikTok. That is also YouTube. Well, actually, that's a separate conversation. But everywhere that you can find at Broken Pencil BC, you must be a follower.
If you see the gang green, that's us.
If you see the gang green, join the team. 2, you must be a subscriber to the YouTube channel at Broken Pencil BC. You must be a subscriber to the YouTube channel. Requirement number 3, you must share this episode. Episode 267, Under Construction, must be shared on a social platform of your choosing. We'll let you choose where you share it. Number 4, there will be an official contest rules video, which is essentially is going to be this smushed into a social media reel. You must repost the official contest rules video.
And official contest rules will be part of the description or the caption for that video.
Now, here's the one that's going to separate. This is what separates the good from the great. And I went back and forth on this, but my co-host, my sahab, convinced me that this was a thing.
I believe in you, pencil pushers. Don't let me down.
You are to cut and post a 30-second promo on why you deserve to win the BPBC Big Belt Giveaway. 30-second promo. Tag Broken Pencil BC and use the hashtags Broken Pencil Logic and BPBC Big Belt Giveaway.
Word to Kennedy. Wait for it. Kennedy.
Now, entrance. You must screenshot proof of your completion of all entry tasks and send them via email to brokenpencilbc@gmail.com.
I'm going to spell it out for you. You can see it right there, but just in case you're lacking in the spelling department, we got you. BROKENPENCILBC@gmail.com. Broken Pencil BC, as you see it on at everything
and
everything at gmail.com. brokenpencilbc@gmail.com.
Screenshots proving that you have completed the first 4 tasks. The 5th task, you'll tag us on the platform of your choosing when you deliver said situation. We'll be able to see it. You use those hashtags. Boom.
You have a little over a month. To get this done. Because on our Black History episode for 2026, we will announce the winner.
All successful entries will be placed into a randomizer for selection of winners, 2 winners because there's 2 belts, during the Black History Month episode of Broken Pencil BC.
What number episode would that be? We don't know, because we don't know how many shows we're going to do between now and then. We just know that we're going to do a Black History episode, and on that episode, we will announce the winner.
Sometime in February, these belts is getting given away. Those are the rules.
What questions do you have? Direct them to us on all social media platforms. Broken Pencil BC at Broken Pencil BC on what?
Everything. And everything. BrokenPencilBC@gmail.com. Do not use the show at BrokenPencilBC@gmail. Show at BrokenPencilBC.com. Do not use that email address. You send it there, it's not going to count.
Not going to
count.
But you send it to BrokenPencilBC@gmail.com. That way we know, both of us will see it in real time.
Factual.
And in the year of our Lord 2026, you have technology at your fingertips.
We do.
You have a computer phone, you got a computer. Please make sure your video quality is not ass cheeks.
Man, I'm not even finna get into that because I mean,
I'm not asking you to create a full-fledged production, but if you do, more points for you.
You ain't gotta be Scorsese.
Nah, you ain't gotta be Steven Spielberg with it. I just need to know that if I put this on my TV with my beautiful 4K projection that I have, that I'm going to be able to see the acne that you have.
You're already being an elitist.
Whatever.
Not everybody's gonna watch these promos on 65-inch screens or 75 in my case. That's not what we're here for.
You a baller. You give me them too.
I mean, that's in the living room. It's 65.
You got a pager. Oh, you a baller. Give me that too.
Say, man. Anybody want these cheeseburgers?
Mark.
We supposed to be brothers.
Oh man. Don't be a menace. Just don't be a menace. Ain't no love, Trick.
Your drinks in the hood.
Ain't no love, Trick. Are we missing anything?
I believe that's it. If we look at our show agenda, we have touched all the necessary spots to activate what needs to be activated. Pause.
Let me also say this too.
Okay.
I know this is a male-dominated show. Women get their props when women get their props, right?
Okay.
Are women pencil pushers? You are also pencil pushers. We don't differentiate. A pencil pusher is a pencil pusher.
Period. It is a gender neutral situation.
I command you to look into your inner self.
I command you. My God, this is aggressive.
And cut the promo of your life. This is the only time you're gonna get a chance to do this. And you never know who's looking, because I can guarantee you there's some people that look at us, they don't tell us they looking at us, and they need to be telling us they looking at us.
Factual.
Because we looking at you. What you looking at?
Yep. And
all inclusive. All inclusive.
All inclusive. So just be ready to execute these things. We'll when this episode goes live, that's exactly when you can start checking the boxes. And yes, we will have this the official rules video posted on socials. I would suggest starting with Instagram. That would be my suggestion. However, we will have it posted to all social media platforms. You make sure you check all the boxes. You send us the proof. You cut your promo. You tag the show. You use the hashtags. You're entered into the drawing.
You can even tag me individually. Like you can send me a direct. Like, matter of fact, I you don't have to do this. I would suggest that if you upload your video for people to see, or if you just want to send it to us directly, you got our @ @Danger1, spelled just like this. DANJAHONE for those of you that are listening and not watching. @Suave #4 Mayor, SUAVE #4 MAYOR. All social media for both of us.
Here's a special rule. I'll throw this in. You'll get double entry.
Oh no!
If you cut your promo wearing Broken Pencil Booking Company merchandise.
And I just gave you at the beginning of this show how you can get a free piece of gear.
Buy 4, get the 5th free. If you cut your promo on the game, if you cut your promo wearing Broken Pencil Booking Company merchandise, that will count as 2 entries for you. That means double the opportunity to win.
And just so we can flex, I'm wearing a Gang Green shirt next week. I don't know which one yet, because I got a few of them in my closet, and I've been slimming down, so I'm one way to make them feel right. But I'm gonna pick. Oh, I know which one I'm wearing next week.
The narcissist Lex Luger, everybody.
Yeah, I got one. I know. Yeah, I know what it is. Swap.
I think I'm gonna pull out my baseball jersey next week.
I don't wear. I feel like I wore that too many times.
I haven't worn mine in quite some time, and I feel like it's time to re-debut that, and then pull out my phone posits to go with the jersey.
The dry fit that we got for for Revolution in Greensboro, man, that thing feel like a dress on me right now.
I have not worn that more than once or twice since then.
I wore it to Monday Night Raw in Raleigh back in January. Oh, I'm sorry, January. We in January. When I went, I guess it was November. I went, or it was October. No, September. Damn, that's been that long. It was September.
It's because you're a man of great distinction.
And people were looking, and people were scanning. That's all I know. QR code in real time on the front. You bad. That's why I'm taking it to the house.
Pistol Pushers. Like, rate, share, subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell that friend to tell a friend. And then tell that friend again.
Those words have never been more important to you than they are right now. I promise you. You want this belt?
Lock in, clock in. Heads up.
It's your daily acknowledgement.
Facts. Pencils down.
Happy birthday, Minnesota. We love you.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday. Buddy Murphy.
Whole lot of fucking gang shit.